One of the craziest breakups ever was the leaders
of the new school.
Yes. All right. So you want me to get into that?
Yes.
That's why you brought it up, right?
I would like you to.
All right. Leaders in the new school. That's where it all began for me, right? In 1980, 1985. I was 15. Excuse me. When I was 13, 1984, I went to a junior high school in Hempstead, Long Island. Excuse me, in Uniondale, Long Island. I moved to Long Island after I caught two charges for selling at 12 years old.
The Reaganomics era in Flatbush.
Reaganomics era in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. My mother wasn't with it. She said, we got to get you out of Brooklyn. I moved to Uniondale, Long Island. I met Charlie Brown and a brother by the name of Quasay in a junior high school called Turtle Hook Junior High School. Quasay's rap name was Mystery. He was the original third member before Dinko D. So it was me, Charlie Brown, and Mystery. Quasay Godbolt. This is his first and last name. That's a serious name as your government. Big up to Quasay Godbolt. I know that man. I ain't seen that man since he left the group, and I ain't spoke to him since he left the group. Ironically, his younger brother, Kenyatt Godbolt, started to tutor my children.
Wow.
Word. His younger brother became like a scientist and a professor with education. He started to tutor my children.
That's dope.
Wow.
And big up to Kenyatt Godbolt. Please big up Kenyatt Godbolt. So, when Quasay decided to leave the group, it was because he got into the Reaganomics era lifestyle and decided he didn't have the patience to wait on some rap shit to come to fruition.
Right.
So he said, this shit, I'm not waiting. I'm gonna go get you this money in the street now. All right, I respect it, big homie. So me and Brown, the way me and Brown ended up becoming a part of a group was because Brown was rhyming before me. So we in junior high school. Brown is 2 grades ahead of me. I'm in 7th grade, he in 9th grade. Dinko was in 8th grade. So it was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And I had just moved to Long Island from Brooklyn. Brown is a Long Island kid. I think he got Queens history. Dinko was also a Brooklyn. Huh? Yeah, see, Brown was
your fault, bro.
See, no, I ain't just trying to throw it on you. King, the bro got Queens lineage. I know I'm with you too. Going along with the shit.
Again.
But the facts are, Brown has Queens lineage. Dinko got Brooklyn lineage. So, and my Brooklyn lineage, we all urban city kids, and we moved to the suburbs to try, get this better lifestyle based on our parents' indoctrinations and decision making. So, fuck it, we moving forward with this, and we going along with it, and so on and so forth, whatever the case may be. And C. Brown was the MC that was the superstar in junior high school. So one day we come out of the school, and everybody waiting to go home, and the school buses is picking up the kids to take them to their cribs, and whatever junior high school kids that was the privileged kids that had their own cars, they was driving home with their friends or whatever. So me and Brown and a couple of kids is in the schoolyard, and I'm beatboxing for Brown, and Brown is rhyming. And Brown ended up starting to diss me while I was beatboxing for him.
Damn. That's ruthless.
Ain't this some other shit?
That's where it all started? It started right there.
That's how me and Brown started. So this Jack Thriller. Jack Thriller laughing at us. C. Brown started dissing me while I was beatboxing for him. My stupid ass kept beatboxing for him while he was dissing me.
How was the diss, though? What was the diss to you?
Hey, excuse me, can I, Kev, another concoction, King. So.
But how do you know he's dissing you?
He was flagrantly dissing me.
How? Like, what was he saying?
I mean, I don't remember the bars, but his punchlines was directed at violence.
You just knew.
No, he was saying my name and all type of
your
shit.
name straight up.
There was no misconception about what was going on, bro. There's no confusion about what's happening.
He said your name straight up.
Nori.
Nori's here. I believe it. I promise you he's here.
I'm not gonna lie. I understand why you was asking them questions, even though those questions sounded weird. But I know you was in disbelief too. That's why you had to ask. Nah, it didn't make no sense to me neither because I didn't do nothing to initiate this disrespect from him. I think it probably came from the fact that I did have an appeal as the kid from Brooklyn in the school at the time.
You was a cool kid.
I was a cool kid, and whatever way it was interfering with his shine, he felt the need to shut that down, even though I didn't give him a reason to. I was actually there as a support system for him. I'm beatboxing for him. So he's shitting on me but he didn't do it out the He didn't do it out the gate. That's the interesting part. It was like he was rocking for a minute, and then he started to crack the whip. So I'm like, all right. I went home, and I wrote my first rhyme. And it was inspired by LL. LL is the reason I wrote my first rap.
What LL record?
It wasn't an LL record. It was
LL
the LL
generally
everything.
Right.
He was my favorite
aesthetic
MC.
of LL.
The aesthetic of LL Cool J.
Right.
He was my favorite MC at the time.
Right.
He was young, fly, full of energy, and had big words in his shit that made him sound smart as while he was disrespecting you. And again, like we spoke about earlier in the interview, at that time it was super cool and important to be smart.
Right.
Remember that.
Very true.
Because the God Nation, the Zulu Nation, remember I went into all of that already. Cool.
Absolutely.
So I took my bars and it was modeled after the way LL does his shit. And I came back the next day and I bust Brown ass. And Brown at that point realized he needed to align himself with me. When you can't beat him, you need to join him.
Join him, right.
You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, me and Brown became a crew. We wanted a third MC because we was modeling our shit after Cold Crush Brothers.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Super history.
The original architects of this shit. The keepers of the culture. So, for those who don't know who Cold Crush Brothers is, because some of y'all is young in here.
Tell them, please.
These are some of the most incredible MCs to ever start this shit.
Goddamn.
And these MCs are also responsible for the most huge and historical hip-hop records in history when ghostwriting was being introduced for the first time in the game. Grandmaster Caz wrote Rapper's Delight for Sugar Hill Gang. You never knew that.
Yeah.
And he was the captain of the Cold Crush Brothers.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So I just need y'all to learn. Ghostwriting been around now. This ain't nothing new. The only difference between now and then was that take credit for the ghostwriter's work. Couldn't take credit for it before.